Let's talk about Alexander Ovechkin scoring 5 goals in 5 periods.
And then...
And then what, Steve?
Freaking hurts his knee.
I know.
We all made too much of a deal about a thing that we like. The hockey gods hurt us. And they said, ha.
How bad, though?
How bad did he hurt his knee?
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Week to week is what they said.
Oh.
Yeah.
He had 15 goals in 18 games. And by the way, my fantasy team is about to suffer. Because not only do I have Ovechkin, but I also have on one of them McMichael Enstrom.
Oh, man. That's so
that sucks.
Get out of here, man.
I think it's listen, what's amazing is that at 39 years old, the goals are going in like that. Mm-hmm. And Dan Riccio had a tweet. Dan Riccio, who works at Sportsnet in Vancouver, said, forget breaking Gretzky's record. Ovi's chase has a new twist. Can he do it in fewer games than the great one? 894 goals in 1,487 games for Gretzky. 866 in 1443 for Ovechkin. That is, if he scores 29 more goals in the next 44 games, he'll hit 895 in fewer games. And 29 in 44 is a very Ovechkin doable thing to do.
Hard, but doable. Hard, but
that is
absolutely
nuts.
Doable. The threshold I want to see Ovi get over, and he's not going to be able to do it until next season. So he's going to break the goals record.
Yep.
And you can't poke a hole in that. It's the goals record. He has the most goals all time. Except he leads the NHL all time in empty net goals.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be the all-time goals record, and then there's going to be goals on a goalie. And I think he's beating Gretzky by like 20 in that category. Keep going, Alex. You're playing until you're 50. Dance. We need to see it.
Do you know how much it is?
I looked it up recently. Gretzky's somewhere in the 40s. Ovechkin's somewhere in the 60s.
Okay. So he has to beat Gretzky's record by like 20 if he's 20 up on empty netters or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I think he can do that. Play one more season. He's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's a conversation. Like if he plays next year, he should have the most goals on a goalie.
This is what we need. We need the all-time record. And then after that, we're going to need something else to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
That
900 is the next, I think, after that.
Yeah, we gotta come up with new milestones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
right?
900 would be the next one where it's like, holy shit, first ever person to get 900. Then we do professional, because what's Gretzky's professional?
I think
goals
it's 1070 something.
That's a little steep.
Yeah, but then so this was something that I wanted to do for Hockey Rants and Raves, and I was just like, this is too messy. Like, do Ovechkin's Super League, like Russian Super League goals count from when he was a teenager? His KHL goals from the lockout should surely count.
Yeah, 100%, I think.
He might already have him beat.
Right. Because, okay, so
interesting.
Gretzky had 1,072 professional goals, and that is NHL regular season, NHL playoffs, WHA regular season, WHA playoffs. That's
okay. And then can you do Ovechkin plus KHL? Plus playoffs.
Oh, good question.
Yeah, because you counted Gretzky's playoffs. So do Ovi plus playoffs plus KHL.
I got it.
So you work on Ovechkin, because I got another guy who I think should be brought into the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't wait on me.
Oh, no. I thought you had it. Okay.
Well, here's who muddies...
I have to pull up Hockey DB for that.
Here's who muddies the waters there. Jaromir Jagr.
What's his playoffs, every other league he's played in, and NHL regular season?
So his NHL regular season 766. So he's
down.
far off the record, but he's still like probably top 5 all time.
700 and
in 66.
Yeah.
Plus 78 playoff goals, Stanley Cup playoff goals. Plus in the KHL he had 25, 22, 19. Now there's Avangard Omsk, which is Russian Super League, which then became the KHL, so add another 16. Now, do we add the Czech League?
Yeah.
All right. 11 plus 24 plus 15 plus 8 plus 5 plus he scored 1 this year. And last question. Oh, wait. No, we got to go even further back. Plus 8 plus 22 plus 8. And do we count the 1 game he played in Germany?
How many did he score?
1 goal.
Yeah.
In 1 game. He had 10 assists that game. That's a real thing. And do we count the second Czech league?
Sure.
+3.
Okay, you're at 1,032, which is not more than Gretzky.
That's insane.
And then
Ovi's at what?
is 3 goals away from 1,000 professional goals. He's got 997.
Yager's played
what was
approximately a billion
1072.
professional games,
1072.
Yeah.
and he still hasn't. He's one of the best ever, and he's still not even really close.
Yep.
So we have Gretzky at 1072 in first place, Yager at 1032 in second, and then Ovi at 997.
Yep. And it's
All right, we got a race.
What's interesting about Ovi's Russian career is that his numbers are really not that impressive before he reaches the NHL. Like his last year in Moscow, in the Russian Super League at the time, he had 13 goals and 14 assists in 37 games. And then his first year in the NHL, the next year, 52 goals, 54 assists in 81. And it's funny because the KHL is really weird with scoring, right? The big ice. And
Yeah, we've known that for years on this show because we've had the privilege of having KHL insider Steve Dangle.
That's
who worked
right.
for the league.
That's right.
Way back when, and you've always preached that to us is that the score you can't just take the numbers from the KHL and apply them to North American hockey because they're wonky.
They are. They are.
Man, his team from his draft plus 1 years, like so stacked. That had Max Afinogenov, Pavel Datsuk on it. But then their top goal scorer, you guys always make such a big deal out of this guy, Pavel Rosa. Like who? It's a different game over there.
It is.
Is that
can
his
be-
photo? Black and white?
Yeah.
It's like a Soviet Union.
I thought-
form.
Even though he was drafted in 1995.
Looks like they sent him away to the war.
This person is 47 years old. Like they're younger than Chris Chelios by like a decade and a half.
Why does he have a wartime photo
I
from
don't
the
know.
40s?
Well, that's probably because
Hold
he
on,
was.
Hockey DB needs to
I'm gonna bring it
update the profile photo of Pavel Rosa.
So everybody can- How do you Pavel Rosa?
Rosa.
Look at this wart.
Put it on the screen. That person was born in 1977 and drafted in 1995. Why does he look like that? That person,
I like that LA Kings shot though, like with the turtleneck.
the dude in that photo, like presumably that was taken before he was sent to the Somme. That person retired in 2015.
That's nuts.
No, that's from Vietnam. Like that's that's.
Well, I think LA was going for like a vibe in the early 90s, you know? Like,
And they
Why
should've-
is it black and white?
no, I don't know. It's so weird.
I wonder what he's doing right now.
listening to the show? Really, I think feeling pretty hurt.
If anybody out there knows Pavel Rosa, we'd like to talk to him. That and
Yeah,
him and Tony Ham.
Watch will be like, hey, Pavel Rosa's my uncle. It's crazy you guys are talking about
That's
him.
my brother.
I can't believe how often we get those emails.
Yeah,
All the
it's
time.
nuts.
It's
Cannot
crazy.
believe.
It's nuts. Anyway, very cool. Very, very cool for Ovechkin. Bummer about the knee, but hopefully we can get it back and get this thing sewed up by the end of the year.
35 career games missed due to injury.
That's
it.
wild.
That's throughout his entire nearly 20-year career in the NHL.
He's missed
35
more games
with injury.
from lockout
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and from COVID.
This
shortage.
this
Yep.
would have been well done. This would have been over. If it
Oh,
hadn't been
yeah.
for the lockouts. Wow.
Yeah. So the fact that now he has this week-to-week injury, and they said they're going to reevaluate Wednesday to hopefully update the timeline a little better, but right now, week to week, it's insane for him to get injured at all.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.